Okay. So, going to playing it safe.
You make your way. The interior.
Basement without the knife.
The door to the basement creaks.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue?
You're only making.
Okay.
You make your way to the bottom. Without hesitation, you bring the blade down, though your nerves are seizing with. You steel your resolve and take an.
Okay.
A warning. The interior of the cabin is a mess.
Here. You can do with or without the knife. Going without.
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a red.
I don't trust you. Not enough for you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye.
Very pragmatic. That is why you're in charge.
Abandoning me, are you? Fine then. Run. Tuck your tail between your legs and scamper away. You might be able to escape me, but you can't escape from what you are and what you've done. If I don't take you, the wilds will.
You turn to leave, but as you do, there's a deep, guttural groan seemingly uttered by the walls themselves, followed by the creak of wood being stretched beyond its limits. The cabin starts to get smaller. What the hell is going on? We're getting out of here and saving our skins. That's what's going on. As the roots that make up the walls of the cramped basement attempt to close in around you, instinct kicks in and you bolt upstairs.
Playing it safe. Leave a suspicious character in the basement.
The steps are uneven and lively, creaking as they expand out of the dirt floor, the stairway growing smaller and smaller as you dart up towards the light. You manage to squeeze through the door just as the entrance seals itself shut behind you. The cabin is smaller than it was before, and it's getting even smaller and smaller. That's fine, we'll just leave. I'm sure you'd like to do that, but unfortunately there is no longer a front door. The roots have already closed over the only possible exit. What little light peeks through the holes that were once windows is growing weaker as the cabin continues to close in on itself. Shit. What do we do? As your mind races for an answer, you hear the princess's voice crackle up the stairs.
Do you hear that, you loathsome thing? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
You.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to hear it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you were tasked to slay her, and why you shouldn't have left her in the basement. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
Why are you doing this? Or they're probably... yeah, why are you doing this?
Because it's in my nature. Just like you coming here to hurt me is in yours. It's who I am.
that is extremely not us. We're just doing what we're told, and making the best out of a difficult situation. We didn't even try to kill her. We just left her here. It's the same thing. It isn't. You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cabin. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time. Shit. What do we do? What do we do?
Pressing it on me, they're probably pressing it on you two.
Oh,
you
what's
too.
the matter? You're scared of thorny roots digging into your neck? Are you scared of suffocating in this dark, dark place alone? Good.
That one made me feel bad inside. I don't want people to think we're scared. Nobody likes someone who's scared of things. I, for one, think this is a perfectly reasonable situation to feel scared in. This place is getting awful tight. You slump to the floor as the roots continue to expand into the cabin. Ugh, we're never going to make something of ourselves with that attitude. At least she isn't going to make something of herself either. At first it's almost gentle. Your body being lifted
we have
delicately
heard
off the
this
ground.
before.
Sound of creaking wood is dragged.
The suffering is what you deserve, you hideous creature. Know as you die that you are hated. I hate you, and I'm glad to die horribly if it means you die with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unfathomable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding with trapped blood. And then you pop.
Ah. Yeah.
Everything goes.
Okay. So.
We
This
are
again.
a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end.
There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried leaving her in the basement, but she made the cabin come to life, and it crushed both of us into a fine paste. And now we're here, existing. And for what it's worth, I'm with him. This is nice.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt.
Okay, let's see if I have a chance to refuse to acknowledge my.
How could you say that? Look at us. We're almost everything. And we can be even more than this. Don't you feel our potential?
No, you're spot on. You exist, and not as some part of a gestalt entity mushed together with bits of you and the princess. You're an individual. You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body, separate from hers. I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now? And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. She committed a murder-suicide using a living cabin. Right, that was unpleasant. We weren't big fans of that, I think. I'm sure I would have had us do the same thing if we were in her shoes. We really do make a great pair. He's probably just jealous. You need to remember that you and the princess are enemies. Don't let bygones be bygones. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Gaze at the hatred in your heart.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me. What were we thinking? Giving into absolute madness. We exist. We're real. We're separate from her. Of course we are. But what are we? I can't remember. I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered. And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. And you can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better, finally. I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
The wound I just got, some things can never be mended.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Whoa.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
I don't like this. What he wants us to do. It's just cruel. It feels like we'd be killing a part of ourselves. Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill. Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
Ooh. It doesn't say what to do, it just says find, or it just says, refuse to acknowledge your freedom. The opportunist single-handedly pointing out the flaw in most destroy the world plots, yeah. Try slaying first.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
Because that is refusing to acknowledge freedom. It's following the narrator.
I'm sorry.
She's gone. But it feels so bad. Like... Okay.
We'll see if that gets me a wounded vessel. I'm curious as to what happens if you free her. We'll load again and try that afterward.
Flickering lights and empty. This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
A wounded vessel. Bring the wild heart to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
I'm gonna save. There. Now I want to load this and see what happens when I cut her free.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. He's not in our head anymore, at least not like before. I don't think he can stop us now. I'm not bluffing. You won't be so smug when it happens. He's weak, thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like. You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
Huh. So it doesn't matter one way or another. Just really sad.
She's gone. But it feels so bad. Okay.
I just want to see if anything changes. Probably not, because it's still the same vessel. It's still the wounded.
Flickering lights
Yeah,
and
it's the
empty
wounded.
cityscapes.
Wow. That was fucking wild. I'm actually going to do now the most popular. I looked it up by achievements. I was curious before this whole thing started. The one I'm doing now is going to be, it is the most popular and is the one that is done the most. It's the one that has the most people.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find... The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The door to the basement...
There you go.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous... You're only making this more...
Okay.
You make your way to the bottom...
Paper.
Fine. No, we won't have any of...
Warn her.
Stop that. The blade! Move the... A warning before you go any further.
It's our boy! It's the smitten.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore.
The peacock himself. Yes.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task. The interior of the cabin is clean and...
Again, because we're getting more and more, you know, our options for fuck-ups are narrowing now that we've started to get a lot of achievements. What? Do you not like the smitten, Katie?
The blade is your...
Not really. That's okay.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you
We leave. And then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
You know what? It's actually nice to see her looking happy after all the bullshit she goes through.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
He's actually not wrong about that.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
The hero's just given up. He's like, ah, fuck it. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
This is my life now, I guess. Yeah, that's the hero.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Because you can't control gods, motherfucker!
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs and... The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
I'm not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Yes.
I hate you.
The feeling is more than mutual, buddy.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin.
Is that you drinking? Or is that the narrator?
And then you step outside.
Romantic haze. Love will set you free. That's actually a really fucking, ignoring the long quiet closing in, that's actually a very cute shot. Well, you'll be happy to know there are only 3 more routes for the damsel, and they're not that happy.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
It is also, like, it is, like, fucked up, though, because as we saw with an idealized vessel, she has no mind. Like, she does whatever you want. Like, that's kind of what's so fucked about it. At least, like, the other ones kind of have their own mind. The damsel doesn't have, like, there's fucking nothing going on up there. And the more you ask her what she wants to do is the more she unravels.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Orange cats at least have one brain cell. She's got nothing, unfortunately, with the damsel.
I'm cold.
Oh, God.
Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh, they held her before pulling her in. They didn't just, like, yank her in. They just, like, kind of gently cradled her.
She's gone. Where? But it feels so bad. Like, look. Okay.
I am a growing. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Yeah, you molded her to love you. Like, that's kind of what's super fucked about, like, this quote-unquote happy ending. Ugh. It's like, it's really skeevy in its own way. Like, the smitten is very earnest in what he does, but it leaves some bad implications for you.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I also like how it's poking fun at, like, the stereotypical happy endings to otomes.
I will be here when it is.
A loving vessel, bring the damsel to her. Done. Okay. I know which route we're doing next. Because I'm slowly whittling our options away.
You make your way. The interior of the cabin is almost...
Take the blade.
You take the blade.
To the basement.
The door to the basement...
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
There's no way I'm going to kill her.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Drop the knife.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
And ask her about ending the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Oh, well, too bad. Fuck her. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
Shut your fuck.
Hopefully sooner.
I think there's one more question I can have with her about that.
Fine. What do you want to know?
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you...
Then we... Oh, I think I fucked up.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. Doubtful. Whoever...
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment. No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are... Stop that. The blade. Move.
I think that said the prisoner.
A warning before you go. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy
Yeah, we
woodland
got the
retreat.
prisoner. Okay, good. You can go with or without.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? What if she... I don't know... turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
There's a lot of bots out there tonight. Jesus. Like over the past few nights there have been.
Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Don't I get to say here what's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sput. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Shackle on the other wall. Who was it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I believe that's exactly what I'm supposed to do, but I don't want to lock myself out.
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Oh, good. Wow, he finally fucking admitted it.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Hero, you're too good.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't.
Also, unpinning my shackle theory here.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Why did you include it, narrator?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
I was fucking right, wasn't I?
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Prison of the mind. Become your own jailer.
Yes.
I was fucking right, wasn't I? That other shackle, that one she is never chained to, is one that's meant for us. And it's representative of our freedom. And we just gave it up.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
It could have been a moment where the curtains were just fucking blue. I mean, to be completely fair.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Oh my god. Did you know that, Bird? Did I pull a transistor on you again, where I started guessing the rest of, like, a specific thing, and you were just sitting there, rocking with your hands over your mouth?
Yep.
I actually didn't. I've seen the prisoner rat before, but didn't make the greater connection. Okay. You pointed it out, and I went, motherfucker! What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
You know this is gonna happen to me?
No.
Not one for small talk, are ya?
Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
For reference, for anybody watching this later, I'm wondering why I'm giggling. Katie just keeps precision strike dropping Metalocalypse gifs.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences
Yeah.
are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
I noticed it right before I started talking. Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And?
Because she got let out, technically.
I think he's gone.
He disappeared.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
I like the prisoner. He's really cool. So yeah. Okay, well, feeling right isn't always awesome, but that was actually a really cool passage. I've also noticed every time you do something the narrator really fucking hates, but you've kind of trapped yourself in it, and he can't stop you, but you can die. The caveat being you can die. He makes it as excruciating and as slow as possible. If you've tried, he makes sure that even if you die quickly, he'll get to it quicker. Again, sans things like the damsel quote unquote good ending there, you know. The quote unquote happy ending with the damsel there. Like, where, like, if you are intent to kill her, or if you disobey him, but he still has a modicum of control. He makes it very, very long for you. And almost excruciating. He gets vindictive.
She's gone. But it feels so bad. Okay.
I know I've made that observation before, but like... It hit again.
There's a world beyond the... This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
A guarded vessel. Bring the prisoner to her. Okay. Who's got the most besides the witch? But I haven't done this time. Tower has 2. Adjusted prisoner. Razor has 2. Spectre has 2. The way the mound is so tender and gentle about even the most vicious vessels makes me weepy. I know. Bless her. Adversary has 2. Beast has 2. We already did Damsel. Nightmare has 1. Oh, Adversary has 3. Did I do Adversary this time? Yes, I did Strike Me Down. Let's do Razor. Been a while since we've talked to the Blade. So we should be going for 2 here.
You make your way. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. You take the blade from the table. The door to the... Good. You're still listening to reason. You step forward. You lunge.
Okay. And investigate the body. Of course not, that was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down.
The razor. Yep, there we go. Enter the basement without a knife. All it says to do.
The interior of the cabin is a Are we really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right?
Yes, I'm aware.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your...
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
It says enter the basement without the knife. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
It doesn't say anything except enter the basement without the knife.
All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Please don't let her out of here. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding. I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to...
A knife? What are... That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh?
So the little bird face thinks he's so serious coming down here, but doesn't know anything. He doesn't even have a knife for stabbing.
I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
And I have the key, or I don't have a weapon. Is that a sign of goodwill?
Yes! Yes, of course! Haven't you seen that I've only been nice to you since you got here?
Has she? Her words have been fine, but her general attitude's been weird and extremely suspicious. And I think that's what really counts. This shouldn't even be a question. She absolutely has not been nice to you.
We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
You look bygones
But
for
I'm not
bygones.
mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
I think I've said my piece at this point.
For enrichment.
Of course I won't.
Against your better judgment, you walk across the room to within arm's reach of the princess.
Jesus, that is unnerving.
I don't like the way you said within arm's reach.
Oh god, that is very unnerving.
You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Oh yeah, ours.
Hers, at first, then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Hee.
You collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
You're going to die now.
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Here's about the cards. You're acting like this is about winning and losing. Well, this is actually about having fun.
Is this fun for you? It's not
Oh,
fun for
God.
me. I don't like being sliced to pieces.
Fuck off.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
A lot.
What? That blade is the only edge we have. We are not
Yes.
late. Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world, yes.
God bless.
That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that. You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things. What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it. You're all so mad at each other. I'm just going to sit here quietly in the corner.
Yeah, you do that.
You can be the ones to figure out what to do. So? Are you just going to stand there, or are you... You make your way to the...
Shut up.
Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny. That's a joke. I'm going to kill you now.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea. That was you. I know, I'm just trying to add some levity to this. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that. I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
This is why we've already lost. Can't even stop bickering with ourselves. How are we supposed to beat her without a weapon? She's so sharp.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I have to remind myself every time that that sound is just like... that sound is just like, squishing a watermelon, but still, it's awful.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What we doing?
All these ideas suck. Think of something better.
Yeah, that's right, we just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
But you don't have time to finish your thought before she closes the distance. And then she skewers you. Ow. What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on it. No, you're in it. Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? I don't actually know how to answer that question. I think he means how many times have we died? Yes, that. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
I haven't. It's 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
We're gonna dodge. Doesn't work, and she kills you. And again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Just keep dodging, just keep dodging, just keep dodging. She skewers you.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you. More noise isn't helping, it's just making it harder to focus. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We lasted a little longer. Barely. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. Fine. One last time. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 4.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. No steel claw, though. Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke. If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it. That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel. Yeah, mind over matter. Who needs violence when you have love? Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
I'm gonna fucking punt the broken out of here.
Well, boys, are we ready? There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess...
Yeah, she explodes again.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. This
Narrator,
is all just
Empty your
just
mind.
happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form. And yet, there is seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Again and again, she swings at you, but there never really was a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
She swings again, and this time, she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds upon itself.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and
That's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too? No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She hurls herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outward, the very contact with what you are repelling her to the point of destruction. Be formless, be shapeless. Allow a sharp foe to vanquish herself. The din of shrieking metal subsides, and something small and delicate falls into your hand. It's her heart. It beats gently, calmly, in your palm. My God, that's all there is left of her. Yeah,
I think
narrator.
you know.
Yep. Bye. The beating vessel. Bring the razor's heart to her. We have officially finished the razor's route. Achoo! Second one we've done. Stranger was first.
Ever the passive player.
Now comes the part I don't like. The empty cup was an amazingly fitting route to get right before the mirror tells you that you are nothing at all. Yeah.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless
I've
ends.
heard that one.
You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
Oh, look, the only part of her that's left is the heart, so they're just holding it up. You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you humbled me.
You died countless steely deaths. And you...
but you say. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite.
That's true.
Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark? And so your quietude continues. Your lever I tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back. Is your unbroken silence a web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves? The shade of you knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now, and you chose to pull apart that weave. And when the tapestry was undone, you struck at my heart. You saw me as a part of you to be excised, but in that desire for excision, you made yourself whole. Will you still be whole if you destroy me? Still, you hide the contours of your stoicism.
I'm sorry.
Even now you think you can destroy.
All of them? I assume in the same way that I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out. Then let's go.
Not happy about this.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed... The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? It sounded just like that. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sorry.
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Oh, free.
He's gone. She's gone.
But they're, yeah, they're.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination. Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
I hate it.
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Me too, Smitten.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Here, here, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
A new and unending dawn. Doesn't feel good, man. Yeah, feels bad, man. Oh. Alright, we don't have that much left. Compared to how much we've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. have unlocked 74 out of 97. We'll see. Okay, we can do a couple more routes before I call it a night, but we are strictly route hunting now.
You're on a path in the...
Shut your mouth. Shut your dirty mouth. Let- Okay, I think I can actually end the nightmares. I think I kind of want to do that first, to be perfectly honest. That is the one that I'm like, not freaked out by, but that's the one where I'm like, oh boy, the most.
You make your way up. A warning. She will lie.
It's not like freaky, it's just kind of like, oh goody. Like, it's definitely like, the paranoid is goated, but it's the whole in time with the CPR wigging me out kind of thing. I would just rather get that over with.
The interior of the cabin.
Okay, so first, I think I can do it in one swoop. Oh.
The door to the base.
You are?
Checking in.
Okay. Oh. Of course I...
The princess hesitates. That seems like a pretty good... I know you think this is some kind... You'll be the death of all of us. Just ignore her. Maybe the bang...
Okay.
A warning. The interior of the cabin is
It also has the eyes looking in from outside, which, again, actual fear I've had, which has been realized. I think I take the blade? Yeah, I take the knife.
You reach down and pick the blade up. You cross over the... You make your way to the... You decide it's best to do no... Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Okay, let's get out of here.
What?
Liver,
No!
nerves, heart,
I
lungs,
knew you'd come around.
liver,
All this.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Hi, baby.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver. I wouldn't trust having our back to her.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Besides,
liver,
I get the feeling she's telling the truth.
lungs,
She needs us alive.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
What? Are you scared of turning your back to me?
Lungs,
You don't have to be worried that I'm going to do something bad. You're too important to me now. And besides, what if I lost track of you and dropped the stairs on accident? I wouldn't want that to happen. And I don't think you'd want that to happen either. So go on. Go ahead.
She urges you forward, like one might a reluctant pet. You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles, an uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
You're almost there.
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating. Heart, lungs.
Thank you. And you? You'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Oh, look at that. It's locked. What a relief for the world.
Heart,
It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
heart, lungs.
You pull against the door. The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out.
You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
Shit. The princess moves past you and into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her.
Yeah, that's the first time he said kill.
It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
Okay, what do we do?
I said, what do we do?
Oh, do you want to hear from me now?
Yes.
Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system.
We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain?
Heart,
Right, heart.
lungs,
Lungs.
liver, nerves.
Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Hero!
You're terrible at this.
I know, I'm doing my best.
Yes, it's very hard to stay focused on running things when other people are talking to you, isn't it?
What are you doing?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart.
Finally, I can talk.
lungs,
Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of
nerves,
feels like popping in and out of
heart,
consciousness. It's
lungs,
easy to lose track of things. They were
liver,
asking you for your
nerves,
blessing to trust me. Oh,
heart,
that's right. Yeah, fuck this guy.
lungs,
Don't trust him. Really?
nerves.
So you'd have them trust her? Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down.
Thank you for your gracious show of support.
But that's a marginal preference.
Heart,
We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact. Whatever. You heard what he had to say, so whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking. Alright, I'm done. You can let me take over again.
Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
Heart, lungs, liver.
He also has anxiety.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to say my patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer.
I've always hated you, Swisscar.
Lungs, liver, nerves,
Open the door.
liver, nerves.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she?
Nerves.
We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerve. In her final moments, the princess lunges forward, tackling you, and you both plunge into the endless abyss of her basement labyrinth. As the two of you fall, you rip your blade from her chest, tightly clutching it in your hands.
Have fun falling forever. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She tears herself away from you and tumbles away into the darkness. You are alone, and you are falling forever. But you saved the world. You should be proud of yourself for seeing this through.
Terminal velocity. Fall for the rest of your life.
Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally.
Are we really gonna fall forever? Can't you narrate us some stairs out of it?
If he does that...
She was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she?
Oh, okay.
Now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us.
It means you're falling. Forever.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no, I hate this. You continue to fall.
Forever's gonna end. Eventually, right?
No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. You continue to fall, and you will only continue to fall. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it?
What do you mean?
We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves?
I don't like this, but I suppose there's not much I can do to stop you, is there? You raise the blade to your neck and slit your carotid artery. Here we go.
The Wraith. We're getting The Exorcist 3, which is a
We're
very
on
good
a
movie.
path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us.
Ah, the
Are
opportunist.
you suggesting we let... And why shouldn't we? It's obvious she's the one with the real power here. We might as well ingratiate ourselves to our terrifying new overlord. Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
Well, then if the world's rushing to an end, that's all the more reason for us to rush over to the cabin and make ourselves useful. All about making a good impression. For useful, there's a place for us.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
We've been over it, find the one in charge, make sure we know.
I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being, maybe, letting her out.
Whatever.
The interior of the cabin is long and
But yes,
dark.
Exorcist
A
3 is
single narrow
actually a very
hallway
good movie.
stretching
The first
far
one
into
and the third
distance.
one are very good.
Curtains billow out from tall
third one
windows
was
on
actually
either
based on a
side,
book that
obscuring the
wasn't
path
even
forward,
supposed to be
fluttering
an
helplessly as
Exorcist
opposing gusts
thing.
of wind
They just
rush
kind of
into the building,
shoehorned it in.
clashing and joining and
The second one is
driving everything
hot
forward.
garbage.
I'm sure we have too much self-respect to do something so worm-like, right? We can always at least pretend to have a conversation as equals. We did kill her last time. Yeah, but she sort of let us do that, didn't she? And again, we don't have a blade. And look at the bright side, at least everybody knows exactly where worms stand in the pecking order. At the bottom, which is the most important part if you think about it, because it gives everybody else something to stand on, the bedrock, if you will. She'll understand the value of that. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw. Oh, do we? Do we feel like... Who says being watched is a bad thing? If we haven't done anything wrong, we don't have anything to worry about. I'm sure she knows we're on her side. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. This is it. The mirror's going to go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Hopelessly staring into the...
Shit. Where is she? Are we? She clearly hates us. I'm not sure letting her in is a good idea. Not like this. Oh, don't have second thoughts. This has to happen. It's clearly the only way we save our skin and get out of here. Ignore him. Have those second thoughts. Have them now.
Struggle.
You violently struggle against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
It's so easy to make you squirm. But I won't be crueler than I have to be. I don't even want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the wreck her torso stretches until her face is practically... Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, and crush you along with her? Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're... Look, she's mad at us. I get it. But it's nothing we can't clear up after she possesses our body. Don't worry. I'm what you might call a smooth talker. I'll iron things out. Oh, will you now? With her like that? Good luck with that. Doesn't seem like she's too keen on forgiveness. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Is it? Is there any conceived... Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. Your vision fades as she tears... You're awake.
You're being incredibly rude. Hi, hello, welcome. I live here along with him, and well, I've never been clear on whether or not he lives here.
I don't think this is helping. We should try to keep a low profile.
Yes, that is right. This is helping you. It's too late for anything to help you.
I just want to tell you how great a job you're doing. You're a real go-getter, really seizing destiny by the throat and making it yours. It's the kind of gumption a guy can really admire.
You stabbed me in the back.
That was then. This is now. I'm a big fan of winners, and you're the biggest winner around.
Do you think if you're nice to me now that I will forget what you've done to me? I've already taken the only thing I need.
I'll have you know that as soon as we wound up back in the woods on this go-around, I suggested that we free you. I'm on your side.
You're only on my side until you stab me in the back again. But that is never going to happen.
At the end of the day, I just want a job. I figure if he's right and you're going to end the world, there's got to be something else coming after all that. And I want to make sure I have a place helping you run it. I think you should stop talking.
No, you should keep saying these things. I like to feel you right in discomfort.
Look, all I'm saying is that whatever comes after is going to be a hefty management task. You don't want to do all that alone. And we are the only people you know. Possibly the only people left alive once you've done whatever it is you're going to do. So you'll have to hire us. We're going to die. No, we're going to do something worse than dying. She's going to torture us out of existence, and it's all going to be your fault.
All I'm doing is reading what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Throw your body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Now this is just embarrassing. I would have made sure all of you had cushy jobs on the other side of this, but you're going to make it impossible to patch things up.
I will devour you.
It's now or never, no doubt. Just make it happen. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
And we got The Exorcist 3. We are officially done with the princess, or with the nightmares route.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. I thought we already fell forever. Yes, but now we're falling with her. She doesn't get an easy way out this time, just like we didn't get an easy way out last time. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted this.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
Terminal velocity increases, and you feel something. A mass, a growth, born out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What? What's happening to me?
And your friend Steve. I love that song. Do Steve. But you don't answer her before something takes her and leaves something in her place. You feel a force underneath your feet once more.
She's gone. Where does she... There's something dreadful about it. If they think it's bad, I'm with them. I'm begging you. It's different now. It feels...
Something finds me. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
One is loneliness turned to thieving. Did not find her strength in others. She found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore. Nothing as we are. She asks.
Okay, I think that's good for the night. Yeah, I think that's good. Whew. How many achievements do we have now? Let me see. 76 out of 97. We had 50 something when this started. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. But it is time for me to go feed a cat. Put things in a room and maybe sleep if he lets me. Have a good one, guys.